Okay, so we're gonna go through how to do some backing tracks. So, what I use is this thing. It's called the 4K Video Downloader. That way, you can go to anything on YouTube and uh, download it. Which I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. So we're gonna, for our purposes, we're gonna do something simple, like Van Halen. You Really Got Me. Okay, so come over here to YouTube. Got Van Halen, You Really Got Me, the official music video. You're gonna highlight it and copy, and then you come over here to your 4K video downloader and you paste the link. And it takes a couple seconds. And by the way, this is free, this 4K video downloader. You can pay to get more downloads because I think you're only allowed like 5 a day or something. But that's usually going to be okay. Now, since this is you're going to be turning this into an MP3. So since we're going to be doing that, we don't need it to be like high definition or anything like that. I mean, now if you want to download, say, a movie, then yeah, you're going to want to do the high definition. But just for songs, no big deal. Normal quality. Hit download, and it's going to download in seconds. Bam, it's ready to go. So then we come over here and we're going to go to, it's called Cloud Convert. Okay, so this is where you're going to convert your video file into an audio file. So we're going to open it up. We're going to go to our downloads. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to go to where the video is. That's right. So we got Van Halen, You Really Got Me, which is in our videos. And we're going to convert it to an MP3. And you can convert. This also doesn't take very long. Less than a minute. Bam. Now, we're going to download that. Now, we have it. We have You Really Got Me now. It's not a video anymore. Now it's audio. So now we're going to go to the Moises program. MOISES.ai. Now with this, we're going to go to track separation. I already have a bunch of songs, but we're gonna do this normal, like we're gonna do the Van Halen thing going on. So we're gonna do new. We're going to pick our song, which is gonna be the Van Halen, You Really Got Me Now. Now, on this, you have different things. So if you have a song like Elton John has piano, no problem. If you have like a Journey song with some keyboards, no problem. Chicago with horns, no problem. You can even do symphony stuff with violins and all that kind of stuff. And, but for our thing today, we're going to have 2 guitar tracks, a lead track and a rhythm track. You got drums, bass, and vocals. So we're going to submit. This does take like maybe a minute or so. So click on Van Halen. And this is going to separate it into your vocals, drums, bass, lead guitar, rhythm guitar. And then there's this thing called other that it's usually like some kind of bleed through or something like that. And like I said, this takes, like a minute or so before it pops up. And almost ready. It's going, it's going, it's thinking, it's thinking. While we're waiting for that to go on, we're going to go over here and we are going to go to Ultimate Guitar.com. So you would type in Van Halen. This is to get the tabs and such. So search on Van Halen. And we're looking for You Really Got Me, which is going to be way at the end. Yeah. Maybe not. You really got me, and we are using the Guitar Pro program. I already downloaded it, but yeah, you would just come over here. You really got me, Pro, and then look for one like this one. Has 50 positive reviews. People are usually really kind of mean on this sometimes. But yeah, so you want to try and pick, because you really got me, there's a bunch of different versions. So just look for one that has a really good review. If it doesn't work, then come back and download one of the other ones. But I already have that downloaded in my library. So this is going to be your Guitar Pro. Now, Guitar Pro, what I use it for, because now the Van Halen, I mean, you're going to have, at the beginning of You Really Got Me, it's just guitar. So you're going to need some kind of count-in or something just so that you know where you're at. Okay, and this is all ready now. So, we got, let's see, quick play. And it's going to go through the eruption part. See? You simply take the guitar all the way down, and now you got David Lee Roth, Alex, and Michael Anthony. And I usually put these on 10. So, now that we've eliminated the guitar out of here, we're going to export this. And we're going to export the mix, because we don't, you can actually just download the separated tracks, and do it yourself. But it's easier this way. So we're going to export the mix. Sometimes this takes a couple minutes also, but usually it's pretty fast. There you go. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so come over here. We're going to go to our downloads, and it's got You Really Got Me in A flat at 138 beats per minute. So now what we're going to do, we don't need this anymore because we don't need the video stuff anymore. So now we're going to go to what I use as my mixing program. You can use any mixing program you want. Having a hard time breathing today. But you can use any mixing program you want. I use this one just because it's really simple and I'm not that good with mixing stuff. So, what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, and then also, this one, because we're going to need a count-in. So, now on the You Really Got Me on your Guitar Pro... Oh, it's not going to work because we're in that program right now. So let's close this real quick. Yeah, if you're using the mixing program, usually it cuts off the speakers for everything else, which is kind of irritating, but it happens. So we're going to bring up our tab one more time. See, there's our counter. So what we're going to do here is we're going to export this into an audio. And on this, you make sure that the count in is on. It's going to be an MP3 and all this other stuff. Best. I don't know what all this other stuff, really means, but we're going to export it and we're going to call it You Really Got Me Count In. And we're going to put that on our desktop. This also takes like no time at all. Bam. Okay, so now we can open up our Mixcraft 8. Mixcraft, I think it costs like $40, I think, something like that. But like I said, you can use any program to do this. So there's this snap to grid, which is, there's these grids on here. We're going to snap it off. But if you have it, see how they have these little lines on here? I know it might be hard, but there's these little lines here. So if you have it on snap to grid, you can only put your audio tracks on these squares. If you have the snap off, then you can move them around anywhere. And that's what we want to be able to do. And I put it on time, not on beats. So we're going to go over here. We're going to add a sound file. We're going to add the A-flat 138 beats per minute, which is our one that has no guitar. And then we're going to add our sound file for desktop. You really got me now. Count in. And we're going to mute this for now because I want to see where this is going. So you can barely hear Van Halen going off back there. So that's going to be the ending right there. So we're going to split this. We're going to eliminate this. And we're going to move this back over here. Now we unmute this. Dun, 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 dun. So see, this is gonna, that's what our tab is gonna sound like. And then so that's where our bass is at for this. Okay, so we're gonna move this right over here. And it might take a little bit of doing. Okay, so still a little bit off. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is over here. So that's our count in. So now we're going to split this. We're going to delete this because we don't need that anymore. So now let's try it. So, so let's do a little bit longer. A little bit back, a little bit more. that's a lot better. Okay, so now we got our count in with that. So now what we need to find out is the level. So we're not in any kind of red stuff over here, and we want to kind of be in the red just so that it's a little bit louder and it's easier to work with on the PA speaker. So we're going to turn this up over here. There we go. So now we're going to mix this down into an MP3. And we're going to save changes. We're going to call it... Watch your head, Caesar. Excuse me. You really got me new backing. So I don't get it confused with... I think I already have one somewhere, so let's just make sure we do that. So I'm going to save it. And then we're going to put it on the desktop. This is going to be, you really got me backing. And it's done. And it's going to say, oh, we can't play it because the audio is currently in use. Yes, it is, because we're using it with Mixcraft. So now we're going to close out Mixcraft. And we have our Van Halen count in over here. Dun, 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 dun. Oops. How did that happen? Every once in a while, something stupid happens. Let's see, what? Oh, you know what I did? Shouldn't have done that. Oh, because I playing the count in where I'm like, I know I didn't do it wrong. Okay, let's close that again. So now, yeah, you really got me backing. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. And voila, you got a backing track. So now, once we got the backing track, so now we would switch it over and we would put it into our handy dandy tablet over here. And we have our PA speaker right here. This is it's EV, right? Yeah, EV. It's a Bluetooth EV. Whoa. Camera. So, what the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay, so it has these, like what you have for headphones. It has one of those inputs on the back. So plug this into our tablet. We would come turn on our speaker. Caesar, did I leave this on all night or something? Takes like a minute for this thing to power up. I got this tablet was like on Amazon for like $100. I mean, a couple of years. Well, no, I think I bought this last year. And then I have another one that I was using that I got when I first started doing this, like 3 years ago. It still works, but this one's a little bit more modern. It works a little bit faster. The other one takes about 3 minutes, 4 minutes to actually come up and everything. What's going on, bro? Yeah, it's at 0%, so I must have freaking left it on. So anyway, this guy has its own memory card thing going on. So what I'll do is I'll take out the card, I'll put it into the computer, and then just take that Van Halen track, put it onto the card, put it back in here, bam, you got it. And then live, I'll use my my half stack, and then that PA speaker. And then this PA speaker, almost every sound person, any kind of mic cord is going to plug right into that out for that thing. And so that's how you get, going into the PA or whatever club, or, and all the clubs are usually pretty good about, understanding what's going on. There's a couple of them where the guys are like, oh, really? I've never even seen anybody do this before. And it's like, yeah, there's not a lot of people that, play with backing tracks. But, I like it now. You don't have to have, a half stack. I use this little Marshall 50 watt for small clubs, or if, we don't need to take like tons of stuff with us. But yeah, that's basically it. How you, create a backing track. If you need any other help, please feel free to let me know. But yeah, I hope this helps. I hope this helps everybody out. Yeah, it's super simple. It really is. I'm probably doing, even my son said I'm doing too many steps, but it's just, I think it's easy the way I'm doing it. But yeah, if you need any more help, please let me know. I'm always here to help anybody.